right, everyone. There are hundreds to thousands of chemicals in our food and in our water and in our environment. We eat them, we drink them, we put them on our bodies, we clean with them, and we even breathe them in. So it can be pretty overwhelming when you start to dive into all of this, but there is a lot of things that you can do on a daily basis that's going to help you decrease your toxic exposure or toxic load, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to talk about 3 tips or 3 ways that you can help decrease that toxic exposure. Number 1 is going to be ditching plastic. So hundreds to thousands of chemicals in plastic, and studies have shown that a large percentage of those chemicals, we do not even know what they are. So if we don't know what they are, we definitely don't know what they're doing in our body or what they're doing to our body. Chemicals in plastic like BPA, we hear about that all the time, but it's been linked in the research to increasing inflammation, disrupting hormones especially, and even slowing down metabolism. All kinds of those chemicals as well have been shown to increase cancer risk. So a great way to start avoiding the plastics would be to switch your plastic Tupperware for glass Tupperware. And this is especially true if you're warming up leftovers, which is what we're commonly doing with Tupperware. When you heat up that plastic, that exponentially increases the amount of toxins that go from the plastic and now into your food. And then, of course, you consume that. Same thing for water bottles. So ditching plastic water bottles and replacing them with stainless steel or glass is a much better option because the plastic will leach into your water, and especially so if that water bottle gets heated up. And we see this happen a lot in the summertime when we let those water bottles sit in our car, especially at sporting events and things like that. Number 2 is going to be swap out your toxic cleaning supplies. So you should be able to drink your cleaning products without becoming severely ill or dying. Those chemicals in there are really bad for us, and when we clean with them and they're on our skin, yes, your skin absorbs everything, so they are getting into your body. A great swap is just doing 1 part vinegar to 1 part water. I know it doesn't smell great, so you can add your own essential oils to change the smell there, but it's a wonderful cleaning product that can be used for most all things. Different brands that I like, though, that are cleaner are going to be Branch Basics, which is my favorite. Puracy is another good brand, and then 7th Generation is pretty great too, and we see that often in our stores. And I always like to go fragrance-free because that fragrance can be disruptive to our hormones as well. Number 3 is going to be eating organic off the Dirty Dozen list. So for those that don't know, the Environmental Working Group, or EWG, puts out a list every year of the most commonly sprayed with pesticides and herbicides and those kinds of things produce. So there's a list of the 12 most sprayed. And in general, strawberries are usually number 1. So this is really important during the summertime when that's what we're eating a lot of. Leafy greens as well. So spinach, kale, and then even our salad mixes. We find those organic everywhere. So aim for that. Bell peppers and other peppers, apples, and then even just a good rule of thumb is the thin-skinned fruits and vegetables. Those oftentimes fall on that Dirty Dozen list. So I know you can't afford, or we can't always afford organic all the time and with everything that we eat. So kind of focusing on that Dirty Dozen list is a great way to go for decreasing your toxic load. All right, so those are 3 tips for decreasing your toxic load.